We had some failures too. We found people that we know it was a tough arena to go into. But we had people that would try a month or so, and we'd never hear from them again. Some of those people, fortunately, called back after trying everything else under the sun for the second round. Called us and said, well, it didn't do us any good. Well, in the meantime, we began to see Crohn's disease we tested for, celiac we did not. And we didn't realize that these people were not absorbing even our Platinum Plus. Now, Platinum Plus is pre-digested. Amino acids free-form means that all they have to do is to be sucked into the intestine. And they weren't getting it. We had one person who was a year on our Platinum Plus, taking the recommended minimum, and we were dumbfounded to find out that he was not getting it. So we got on to, we got energy tests for celiac disease, and that celiac disease is probably one of the most undiagnosed, unsatisfactorily treated disease in this country, because it is a groundwork for all nutritional failure. So people can take good things and not benefit from them. And celiac disease basically is a destruction of the villi. We'll show you a picture of that here. And you can see where the tall, healthy one and the flattened one. The flattened one is a result of years of neglect. Now, it took medicine on the average 10 years to diagnose celiac, because their diagnosis was resting upon needle punch biopsy. And nobody wanted to do that, and they didn't have enough symptoms to justify it. The symptoms of celiac may be non-existent or screaming at you, but if they don't have symptoms and they don't have the motivation, they don't test for it. We, using our methods, we can test for it in a heartbeat. In under 30 seconds, we know there's celiac Crohn's and how much there is and what to do about it. Now, celiac Crohn's has a companion yeast. Now, in the 80s, great medical doctors, and one of them name was Crook, and I can't remember the other two, but they did yeoman work, proved that yeast kills people, and said that they have 80 poisons. Well, basically, we test for 2 of those poisons. One is acetaldehyde, and one is formaldehyde. Now, formaldehyde, and I call them sister poisons, because they have the same detoxification pathways. Well, people who are on fibromyalgia that have these pathways disabled cannot get rid of it, and it's in their brain, it's everywhere, and it poisons. They're both carcinogenic poisons, and it poisons the tissues to where every other bacteria, virus, etc., comes into that area where these poisons are, because the immune response has been disabled there. So now we have this poison party, and then they build biofilms. I don't even go into biofilms right away, but what biofilms means is you can have layer 1 in the tissues, and then layer 2 underneath the biofilm over the tissues. So you can clear out the one, and the other remains. Double-edged problem. Which brings up the double-edged sword diet. In 2005, we came out with our 2-edged sword diet, which is not perfect and has many typos. But we don't get 100 questions a week anymore on what can I eat, number 1. But number 2, the celiac part of that has come up into high predominance. And our doctors now have 94 people who have been healed from celiac. Therefore, they're healed from fibromyalgia. So is that important? I think so. Again, we have to raise the amounts of Platinum Plus and sea-aloe gold in these people, because they just don't absorb. It's called malabsorption syndrome. All these things are basic nutrition, and we have seen that miracles can be produced when you understand that some of the nutrients are deficient 1,000% of the FDA recommended amounts. Most doctors don't want to go there. They don't want to go to 12 milligrams of iodine, which is now pretty much established as what you need for your body, because not only for the thyroid, which is only part of it, but your skin, your eyes, every tissue in the body needs iodine in the mitochondria. We have this quote here from Deuteronomy 13. If you earnestly obey my commandments, then I will give you rain for your land in its season, the early rain and the latter rain, so that you can gather your grain, your new wine, and your oil. And I will send grass in your fields for your livestock, that you may eat and be filled. We think that with proper instruction and proper measurements, that all these problems, both celiac, fibromyalgia, yeast, are conquered, because we see it, have reports every day. So we want you to become your own St. George and kill this dragon. God bless you all.